Hello, I just wanted to go over some of the rules and guidelines if you're doing the 21-day detox with me that starts tomorrow, November 4th. Just kind of want to go over the basics, make sure everyone kind of knows what they're doing, is doing it right, and certainly if you have any questions, feel free to call me, text me, email me. I just really want to make sure that everyone's on board, getting the best results that they can during this time. You should be right now doing a 12-hour fast before the detox starts, and then in the morning, say if you quit eating at 7 p.m. tonight, you'll eat your nano greens or green smoothie at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Squeeze half the lemon or a full lemon into that, and then that's all you're going to have for meal one. At least try it for a couple days. If you find out that you're just starving before meal two, then go ahead and have a piece of fruit or a piece of toast or oatmeal or something with your nano greens. At least for day one, day two, try just having the greens for that first meal. Remember, you will be eating every 2 or 3 hours with the 5 meals a day, so you shouldn't be too hungry throughout the whole time. Meals 2 through 5, you definitely want to have protein in those meals, and in the examples that I gave you, they all had protein in them. And in the meal guide, every meal has protein in it. So you will be following the meal guide for most of it, except for meal 1 is just the greens if you're doing the greens. Meal 5 would be just the nano meal, which is the nano pro, the nano EPA, the nano greens mixed in almond milk. And for those of you that really had the goal of weight loss, I know that's what you're doing, is the greens and the nano meal for 1 and 5. Make sure you take a before picture. 3 weeks isn't that long, but you're going to have some good results if you follow this pretty closely. You know, even if you mess up a few times, you're still going to have good results. I'll take a picture for you if you'd like. Come in tomorrow. I'll get your weight, your measurements, your body fat. I'll take your picture. Just call me to set up a time, make sure I'm here. I'd be happy to do all of that for you. During the detox, no alcohol, no caffeine, no artificial sweeteners. Don't add salts or sugars to your foods. You can have green tea or nanoline are the only 2 options that I gave you for caffeine. I will be having green tea every morning. I'm definitely a coffee drinker, and I'm going to miss it. But I've cycled off of coffee before, and it definitely helps. You kind of lose the buzz you get from caffeine after you've been on it for so long. So you will enjoy the effects that this has for you caffeine drinkers. Make sure you're just really reading food labels. If you don't know what all the artificial sweeteners names are, just do a quick Google search. The main one is going to be sucralose that you're going to find on your food labels. A lot of like protein bars or food bars, a lot of protein powders have fake sugars in them. A lot of drinks, diet soda has fake sugars in it. So you're just going to have to kind of do a little bit of research, or certainly just ask me. I need you to track your food every day. You can do it on MyFitnessPal, or as you'll see in the email that I sent you previously, that you can just send it to me, jot it down on a piece of paper every day and then send it to me in a daily email. Because I am requiring you to send me a daily email. It doesn't have to be, very long, 5 sentences. Hey Ashley, this is day 2 of the detox. I accidentally woke up late, so I didn't have time to do my green smoothie first thing in the morning, but I did do it for lunch today. I ate this, this, and this. I am really struggling with not having my coffee, or I actually feel a lot better not having my coffee. I'm not crashing in the afternoon. Whatever is going on, just let me know, and I'd like to give you feedback on whatever's going on. A lot of people don't realize that like creamers and condiments have a lot of sugar in it. Even like paste, salsa, and ketchup, a lot of sugar. You really need to watch your sugar intake. That week 1, you're limited to 24 grams. during the day, and you really need to watch that close. The main part of this detox is eliminating sugar and eliminating flour and eliminating caffeine addictions. So you're not just relying on those things. You could just eat whole foods, healthy foods, and be satisfied. Limit your drinking out of plastic bottles and cans unless it's specifically a BPA-free bottle or can. We don't realize how many chemicals and things we're putting in our bodies. Part of the detox is eliminating those things. Like plastic bottles have chemicals in them that can throw off our hormones, can do all kinds of things. Gonna kind of go over the detox guide. The main part of the guide is what's in the bold, plus your meal one. That's the biggest part of the guide. The rest of it's just following a healthy diet. And, you know, if you're really trying to lose weight, the nano meal is also a big part of it. So follow these things in bold to a T. Take your nano greens or green smoothie in the morning with your lemon. And just by doing those two things, you're going to have really good results. Flour items. Some people have asked what are flour items. You know, any kinds of breads, baked goods, muffins, cookies, noodles, pasta, anything that's made with flour. Doesn't matter if it's wheat flour or white flour or rice flour or whatever. No eating after 7 p.m. That might be hard for some of you. Try to adjust your schedule or just plan ahead. Limit your eating out. So your first week you can have 2 times of eating out. And as I said in here, eating out is any meal that's not prepared by you. So that means even if you go to your best friend's house for dinner, that's eating out. Because that wasn't ingredients that you put together. You don't know what's in there. They might have added a bunch of stuff that you don't know. So meal 2 and 4, I have Greek yogurt as an option. And I have the backslashes in there in between all these things. And that just means or. You can have this or this or this. And these aren't the only things you can have. You can just follow the meal guide, choose from the charts. I'm just giving you some examples here. A lot of this is stuff that I eat, so obviously I recommend those things. Greek yogurt, get the plain Greek yogurt. I think Dannon is a good one. And then add protein powder to it. And, you know, if you need more than that, add some honey to sweeten it. That way you're not using sugar and you're not using artificial sweeteners. Like anything that's low fat is usually sweetened with artificial sweeteners. So you're going to have to pay attention to labels. You know, if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is. I'd recommend, if you like eggs, I recommend having some boiled eggs on hand for snacks. Oatmeal, you can add protein powder to as well. If you're doing fruits and vegetables, try to do as much organic as you can. There's a chart, if you Google it, or I can send it to you, that has the, you know, if you aren't going to eat all organic, here's the list of items that are okay to not have organic. Meals 2 and 4 is when you're going to have your nano lean or green tea, if you're going that route. Meal 3 is lunch. Meals 1, 3, and 5 are your regular meals, basically, and meals 2 and 4 are your snacks. What we're trying to do is just eat smaller portions all throughout the day instead of having those 3 big meals. Meal 3 is a salad, basically a salad with a protein. And on your proteins, your fish, your chickens, your meats, your red meats, try to get hormone-free, all-natural type of meat. Definitely probably not going to want you eating deli meat. Usually that's loaded with antibiotics, extra sodium, and all kinds of fun stuff, preservatives. Your last meal of the day is either going to be a shake or a lean meat and a vegetable. No flour, no sugar, no starch at night. The only starch that I will allow, if you have to do it, is quinoa, because it's a 1-to-1 ratio of carbohydrate to protein. Our second week The only difference is we're just going to get a little more strict with these guidelines. Less sugar, less flour, less eating out. Same thing with week 3. No sugar, no flour, no eating out. So we're kind of just weaning ourselves off of bad habits. It's nice to do this every once in a while just so you can tell yourself that you can. You can be like, oh, it's not that hard. It's not as bad as I thought. It's just going to take a little more preparation and getting used to it, I suppose. But we're all going to feel better. We're going to have more energy. I'm excited. I'm going to go home and take my before picture. I have all my nanos at home ready to go, so I'm pretty excited. If you didn't pick up a meal guide, make sure you do that. And, you know, it's pretty easy to follow. It's just self-explanatory. And, you know, it's not just what's in the chart that you have to choose from. There's a bigger selection back here. So here's all your protein sources that you can choose from. The chart is just kind of the main ones or the most popular ones. You can choose from all of these. So kind of a recap, make sure you do your before picture, make sure you do some weight and body fat measurements, and follow what's in the bold, and make sure you do the green smoothie in the morning with the lemon. Those are kind of the main things. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be blogging at Schneider-training.com about this, hopefully just making videos and posting those, and that way you guys can follow along. And I really want to make sure that I hear from you guys daily, keep you guys accountable, keep you on track. The more you're thinking about what you're doing, the more you're going to do it and hold yourself accountable. So that's important to me. It's also important to me that you have a goal in mind before even starting this. You know, whether it's weight loss or whether it's just, I want to learn how to eat healthier. You know, it can be as simple as that. But you got to hold yourself accountable to some kind of goal. So here's the going green.